Globe warning: imagine a place where the ground literally melts beneath your feet, where the air is poison, or where a single misstep can turn you into a statue forever. Now, imagine there are 15 such places scattered across our planet, each more terrifying than the last. Ready to test your courage? Dive in, but remember, some doors, once opened, can never be closed. Snake Island, Brazil. Where the ground slithers. What if you found yourself stranded on an island where there are 5 deadly snakes per square meter? Welcome to Ilha da Queimada Grande, or Snake Island. Home to the golden lancehead viper, whose venom can melt human flesh, this forbidden island is so deadly the Brazilian Navy has banned all visitors. But here's the twist. Every year, black market adventurers risk their lives for a glimpse of these serpents. Would you dare? Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, Ukraine, the invisible. A city frozen in time, where the air itself is toxic. The Chernobyl disaster left behind a radioactive wasteland. Today, mutated animals roam the ghost town of Pripyat, and Geiger counters scream with every step. But thrill seekers still sneak in, drawn by the allure of the forbidden. Radiation isn't visible until it's too late. North Sentinel Island, India, the world's most isolated tribe. On this remote island, outsiders are met with a hail of arrows. The Sentinelese have lived in isolation for thousands of years, and any attempt at contact is met with deadly force. In 2018, a missionary lost his life trying to approach. The Indian government has made it illegal to get within 3 miles of the island. The ultimate forbidden destination. Would you risk it for a glimpse of the unknown? Danakil Depression, Ethiopia, hell on earth. Temperatures soar to 145 degrees Fahrenheit, acid pools bubble, and toxic gases fill the air. The Danakil Depression is one of the hottest, most inhospitable places on the planet. Even the ground here is alive, shifting and splitting with volcanic activity. Yet, against all odds, some daredevils trek across this alien landscape, risking their lives for the ultimate adventure. Lake Natron, Tanzania, the petrifying lake. Blood-red waters and shores lined with stone animals. Lake Natron's alkaline water can reach a pH of 10.5, burning skin and eyes. Any animal that falls in is quickly calcified, preserved for eternity. Only flamingos thrive here, but even they sometimes become statues. Can you imagine a lake that turns life into art? Mount Merapi, Indonesia, the Fire Mountain. This volcano is one of the most active and deadly on Earth. Its pyroclastic flows travel faster than race cars, incinerating everything in their path. Over 1,300 people have perished in its eruptions, and the next explosion is always just around the corner. Locals refuse to leave, lured by fertile soil and ancient superstition. What would you risk for a piece of paradise? Oymyakon, Russia, the coldest inhabited place. Temperatures here plunge to 96 degrees Fahrenheit. Eyelashes freeze, cars won't start, and a few minutes outside can mean frostbite. Yet, hundreds call Oymyakon home, adapting to a life where boiling water turns to snow before it hits the ground. Extreme cold, extreme survival. The gates of hell, Turkmenistan, eternal flames. In the middle of the Karakum Desert, a fiery crater has been burning for over 50 years. Locals call it the door to hell. Scientists set it alight in 1971, hoping it would burn out in days. Instead, it's become a never-ending inferno. Would you stand at the edge and peer into the abyss? Skeleton Coast, Namibia, the land of lost ships. Fog, shifting sands, and relentless surf have wrecked over 1,000 ships along this haunted shoreline. Whale bones and rusting hulls litter the desert, and survivors rarely make it out alive. The local Himba people call it the land god made in anger. Would you brave this graveyard by the sea? The death zone, Mount Everest. Above 26,000 feet, your body starts dying. Oxygen is so scarce, climbers hallucinate, and frostbite claims fingers and toes. Over 300 bodies remain on Everest, frozen reminders of ambition's price. Every year, more risk the ascent. Would you join them for a shot at the summit? Centralia, Pennsylvania, USA, the burning town. Beneath this abandoned town, a coal fire has burned since 1962. Sinkholes open without warning, releasing toxic smoke. The government evacuated almost everyone, but a few stubborn souls remain. Roads buckle, houses vanish, and the fire shows no sign of stopping. Would you risk a visit to America's real-life ghost town? Fukushima Exclusion Zone, Japan. After the 2011 nuclear disaster, entire towns were left to rot. Radiation levels remain dangerously high, and wild boars now roam deserted streets. Robots are sent in to clean up, but even they sometimes fail. Nature is reclaiming the land, but at what cost? The Boiling River, Peru, Sinead Timpishka. Deep in the Amazon, a river runs so hot it can boil animals alive. Local legends tell of spirits, but scientists blame geothermal vents. Step in, and you'll be cooked in seconds. The ultimate hot spring. Would you dare take a dip?